warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Dr. Aina Idayu. My name is ATHIRAH binti ABDUL KHALID. Along with my team members, would like to present to you about the case study titled The Remote Work Resentment.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day to Dr. Aina Idayu and whomever watching. I am AYUMI binti AHMAD TARMIZI and I will share the summary of the case study The Remote Work Resentment. Innovate Tech implemented a hybrid work model after the COVID-19 pandemic. The software development team works fully remotely, while the marketing and sales teams are required to attend the office several days a week. This difference in work arrangements created perceptions of unfair treatment among in-office employees, leading to resentment and tension. The conflict intensified when the software team missed deadlines, which disrupted campaign planning and client management. Despite these issues, management continued to support the remote work arrangement. This case highlights key challenges related to fairness, communication effectiveness, accountability, and the management of hybrid work policies.
First and foremost, what is interdepartmental conflict? Interdepartmental conflict is a conflict occurs between different departments within the organization, with often causes by resources allocation, project deadlines, and differing goals. Based on the case study, the interdepartmental conflict occurs between the software development team and marketing and sales team. To answer the question, based on the HR perspective, the primary root causes of the interdepartmental conflict is the poor communication between the department. As stated in the case study, the sales team had complained to the HR that the software development team given a very poor communication that affecting relationship between the clients. A study from Chiang Q and Chang S found that poor communication occurs between department can cause interdepartmental conflict. They also noted that if the departments are willing to cooperate, the poor information sharing may lead to lower efficiency of the department. As a result, it can cause even worse conflict rather than sitting together and achieve the company goals. Furthermore, the root causes on the interdepartmental conflict is where one of the department always miss the deadline for their project. To relate with the case study where the tension between marketing and sales team and software development team arise when the software development team constantly miss the deadline of their project, but the management still defending them. According to Chiang Q and Chang S, every department has their own target and preferences. However, if working in a huge team consists of different departments, they must share the same goals where to successfully finish the project without any delays. The difference between marketing and sales team and software development team has created the tension between them. Besides, the interdepartmental conflict also can caused by unfair treatment received by one of the department involved in the conflict. Referring to the case study, marketing team claimed that the software development team received a different treatment by the organization. According to MACDOM, one of the causes of conflict can come with unjustified treatment where employees felt treated unfairly or badly will likely cause dissatisfaction. Last but not least, the interdepartmental conflict also caused by the physical distance from reporting. As stated in the case study, marketing manager claimed that software development teams are hard to reach and not respond towards the marketing team's demand. According to MACDO, the situation of the software development team was granted fully remote work, worsened the communication between the department involved and contribute to the conflict.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SOFIYYA ZULAYKHA binti EDHAM and I will be presenting the mediation plan for this case. For this case, a facilitative mediation approach is applied to address an interest-based conflict. The key challenge is balancing the software developers' need for flexibility with the marketing and sales team need for collaboration and visibility while maintaining a sustainable long-term relationship. The mediation process begins with phase 1, preparation. HR meets individually with each team before mediation session to surface concern related to perceived unfairness, communication issues, and missed deadlines. Research on hybrid work shows that perception gaps and uncertainty about expectation are common causes of conflict between remote and on-site employees, making early clarification critical. Next is phase 2, introduction. HR explains the mediation process, emphasizing neutrality, confidentiality, and voluntary participation. Ground rules for respectful dialogues are established to ensure a safe and structured discussion. Structured mediation is especially important in hybrid work settings where teams may not share common interaction norms. During phase 3 statements, each team presents its concern without interruption. The software developers highlight productivity and autonomy in remote work, while marketing and sales team emphasize unavailability, coordination challenges, and disruption to planning. The mediator then reframed these concerns into underlying interests rather than assigning fault. In phase 4, agenda construction, HR consolidates the issue into neutral agenda items including communication accessibility, accountability for deadlines, perceived inequality in work arrangement, and cross-team collaboration. This ensures that the discussion remains focused and balanced. The process continues with phase 5, exploration, where HR facilitates dialogue to uncover underlying needs. The developers seek trust and flexibility while marketing and sales team require timely response and effective coordination. Research indicates that strong internal communication helps reduce workplace conflict and align teams toward shared goals. In phase 6, negotiation, both parties jointly agree on practical solutions. This includes establishing co-collaboration hours for all teams, setting clear response time expectation, defining project checkpoints to prevent deadline delays, and outlining transparent criteria for eligibility for full remote work. Co-created hybrid norms has been shown to reduce resentment and improve cooperation. Finally, phase 7, agreement and review, involve HR documenting the agreed communication protocols, accountability standards, and reporting timelines. A follow-up meeting after 2 to 3 months is scheduled to evaluate effectiveness and make necessary adjustments, as hybrid work arrangements are dynamic by nature. That's all from me. Now, I will pass this presentation to the next presenter.
Hi, it's me again. I will continue this presentation by explaining the organizational policies and strategies that HR can propose to senior leadership to prevent similar conflicts in hybrid work settings. First, HR can implement an outcome-based performance management system. Instead of focusing on physical presence, employees are evaluated based on deliverables, deadlines, and quality of work. This helps ensure fairness between remote and in-office employees, reduces proximity bias, and strengthens accountability, especially in addressing missed deadlines. Second, standardized communication and collaboration practices are important in a hybrid environment. By setting clear guidelines for response times, communication platforms, and cross-department coordination, HR can improve coordination and trust while reducing frustration among in-office teams who may perceive remote employees as less accessible. Lastly, HR can propose leadership and managerial capability development. Managers need strong e-leadership competencies such as digital communication, online coordination, and effective delegation. These skills help managers lead hybrid teams more effectively, reduce misunderstandings, and promote fairness and performance across different work arrangements. These strategies allow hybrid work arrangements to support collaboration and performance rather than becoming a source of conflict. That is all from me. My groupmate will continue this presentation. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to Dr. Aina Idayu binti Iskandar. My name is NURFARAH ATHIRAH Mama Arif. Now, I will continue the presentation with the first solution to address the issue in the case study regarding remote work reassignment at InnovateTech. The company should implement a structured hybrid model with remote working centers, which is RWCs, as an alternative workspace. The reasons are: first, it's balancing flexibility and collaboration. In the case study, the software development teams enjoy the flexibility of working fully remote, which has created resentment among the marketing and sales team. By introducing remote working centers as part of a structured hybrid model, InnovateTech can offer the developers a middle ground flexible workspace that allows for both remote work and in-person collaboration. Remote working centers would help the marketing and sales team feel that their colleagues in development are not receiving special treatment while still maintaining some level of flexibility. The second reason are reducing communication gaps. The marketing and sales team in the case study have highlighted the challenges caused by the developers' inaccessibility and the communication gaps affecting their work. By introducing remote working centers, employees from different teams, including developers, will have a centralized location where they can collaborate effectively when needed, which can also reduce the communication gap. Remote working centers would provide a more balanced and accessible space for interaction compared to home-based work, which is seen as too isolated for team-based activities like planning and executing campaigns. The third and the last reason are enhancing work-life balance. The developers in the case study claim that their work is not location dependent and that they communicate well online. However, the marketing and sales team feel the impact of the remote developers' absence. Remote working centers could provide the developers with a professional space away from home distractions while still maintaining some flexibility. This would address concern from both sides, which giving developers an environment conducive to focus work while allowing marketing and sales team to interact with them in person when necessary, which can also improve collaboration and overall productivity. By adopting remote working centers, InnovateTech can strike a balance between flexibility and the need for in-person collaboration, which ultimately address the resentment caused by unequal work arrangement and communication gaps within the company. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is SITI MUNIRAH binti YUSOF. I'm continuing this presentation about solution. Second solution is implementing a team charter. What is a team charter? Team charter is a formal document that explains how the team will work together and clearly outline the expectation from each team member. Implementing a team charter, it helps minimize misunderstanding among team members at InnovateTech. By developing a team charter, team members engage in discussion to reach a same understanding of the team's purpose, goals, workflow, and individual responsibility. As a result, employees at InnovateTech can adapt with hybrid working environment because they clearly understand what is expected of them. Second, it enhances team effectiveness. When they know their own responsibility, roles, and goals to achieve, all team members focus to complete the task effectively. This ensures that all employees at InnovateTech are aware of project deadline. Plus, all employees actively cooperate and committed with the other team department to achieve organization goals. And lastly, it set clear expectation. It shapes how the team function every day, so that no one left behind, everyone on the same page about goals, roles, and expectation. Each of team members have a clear understanding of their tasks, individual responsibility, and decision-making process. This leads to effective team performance, less confusion and time wastage, and more positive relationship among team members. So that's all from me.